And we're back, AdventureBlur here. Animal Crossing is a series that is not all that story driven. Sure, you do get the occasional bits of lore here and there, but there isn't too much else. Yet, these small pieces of backstory we do get bring up a ton of unanswered questions and mysteries in each game. So today, we'll be going over 5 mysteries from where it all began with Animal Crossing population growing. Each one of these are ones that have never been answered, at least completely, in any game since they were first brought up or mentioned in population growing. So with that out of the way, let's get started. Starting off at number 5, we have the question of who is the writer of the mysterious letters. As I was getting footage for the Farley video I made, there was one thing in population growing that I completely forgot about. The mysterious letters. In the game, the villagers of your town will occasionally show you letters they get from people they don't know. Some of them can be pretty obvious by who they're from, such as this one that's definitely from Farley, but other ones are harder to figure out. Who wrote these other letters, and why? They mostly hold tidbits of information about the game's mechanics, but it's still strange that it's never explained who they're from. At number 4, we have, what exactly happened to the Able sisters' parents? This one is probably the one I thought about the most as a kid and now. After you befriend Sable, she will tell you about her parents suddenly dying when she was a kid and how she had to raise Mabel herself. In later games, it's revealed that Tom Nook helped her out a lot back then, or at least it's kind of implied that he helped out a lot. They also say that he kind of didn't. It's a weird thing. We're also told in City Folk that Label ran away after a major fight. This story has been something that's been developed a lot since the first game, but the one question that was never answered is, well, how did they die? We know that their parents died when they were young, but we don't have an answer to what caused it. This one is all the more strange when you think about how this is the only time death is mentioned in Animal Crossing. It seems so out of place, but it's also incredibly developed that there has to be more. It probably will be developed even more in New Horizons, but this one question is one that I doubt will ever be answered. We probably will never know what happened to the Able sisters' parents outside of them passing away. Now for something less dark. Coming in at number 3, who are the people on the wanted signs in the police station? I think it's a fact that everyone who's played Animal Crossing on the GameCube as a kid has some sort of guess about this poster. You see, in the game, when you go to the police station, there's a wanted poster at the back of 2 different animals. One of them looks like an angry monster. The other one kind of looks like an anime girl wearing Mickey Mouse ears, which is a phrase I never thought I would say. Now, all jokes aside, who are they? Animal Crossing doesn't exactly have laws to break, and the characters that do don't really have any issues because of it. I mean, look at Crazy Red or Grace when she parks her car. The only thing I could find about breaking laws in Animal Crossing is an old e-reader minigame called Whodunit, which I might make a video on later. Depends if I can ever, own it. So, why would these 2 be on a wanted poster in a police station? I know it's just a texture, but it's my job to overthink these things, so who are they? Coming in at number 2, what exactly is Farley? I've already touched on this one in its own separate video before, but one aspect of the original Animal Crossing that is very unexplored is who and what is Farley. We know that he's the guardian of the fountain of the town, and that he wants people to take care of the environment and create a perfect town, but that's it. With all these unanswered questions about him, there's one big one that I keep going back to. What is he? He definitely isn't human like the player character. So could he be, I don't know, a dwarf? A spirit? Just a really short old man? I don't know, and I doubt we ever will know, seeing as Nintendo doesn't seem to want to put him in any other games outside of the original. And finally, at number 1, who is Wisp's master? When you find Wisp in Animal Crossing, he'll ask you to find 5 wandering spirits. You can catch them with your net, so it isn't that difficult, and once you finish catching them, he'll reward you by either getting rid of all the weeds in your town, painting your house, or giving you an item. All this is pretty simple. What makes it incredibly interesting is why he needs those spirits to begin with. When you talk to Wisp at the start, he mentions how his master will be upset and will punish him for not keeping track of the spirits. Thanks to City Folk and New Leaf, We now know that Wisp is a lamp spirit, which is why he has a master to begin with. But what we don't know is who that master is and why he or she needs spirits to begin with. By the time of City Folk and New Leaf, Wisp's master is already gone and you, in a sense, become his master. But outside of that, there's really nothing to go on for this, which makes it even more curious. Maybe we'll get more clues on this in Animal Crossing New Horizons, but at this point, we're at a standstill with it. And that's 5 unanswered questions we still have in the original Animal Crossing. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and as always, this is AdventureBlur, and I will see you next time.